with attitude. I got a attitude and I dropped out of school. I'm going up, check my vertical. Man, I'm breaking every rule. TMZ harassing me. I got a camera crew. I'm addicted to shopping, so everything brand new. Yeah. I'm friends with the jeweler. My diamonds like Shamu.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set him back 5. Now Carr throwing on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Brian Arakpo. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Lock it, lock it. Lock it, lock it.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
Set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Howard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bruce Irvin, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.
And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
White Monday. Hey, Purdue. Go Chief.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
This is Marshall. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Second down, Ingram. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hey, Raider 2!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Keith Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Still fighting. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Lock in.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
6-18. OP. Raider 1.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
58, right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there. All right, here we go. 29. Deuce right, Chief.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Coach, prior to the game, he's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Low, low, low.
Carr to throw on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, we got four. 7:34. Low, low, low. 694.
Snap comes at one, and it's Carr. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. That's trying to come back for Suckup. It's not going to get there. No good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lock in, lock in. Move.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Lock in. Hey, 18.
On second down, here's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Robinson with a big catch. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Lock in.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Mario Edwards forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky to Shepard, complete over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Lock in.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it's caught. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Henry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are in for 6. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Lock in, lock in. 18.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky, eluding the pressure right, flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. But pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10.
Lock in.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And that just enough to get it done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
808. Heavy.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Monday, down. 185.
From midfield, here's Carr on the move to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go. Ran, took. Hey, 18.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. His pass caught at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. A give to Howard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He'll get it up the middle. And he goes backwards on loss 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
59, Mike, check, 59. One, Raider, one.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And Cook has it left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A very solid gain of 27.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
You see it? Hey, 18.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Carl try it again on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Hey, Raider 2.
On 1st. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him. And he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, now Carr sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Brian Orakpo. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their foot.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
24.
Carr now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the veteran, Brian Orakpo. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He goes underneath to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Right now. Hey, here we go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Robert Ayers in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, we got 4 down, 4 down. Shit. Raider 9.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.